Good morning or evening to everyone. My name is Almitra Tankersly, and this gal talks credit. I am a business credit coach here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I work with small business owners to assist and help them get creative funding as well as alternative financing for their brand new startup or their existing business to expand or sustain. So I've been attempting to get on here, and it looks like Periscope is having their issues. So I'm definitely going to start letting you guys know that I really want you to start migrating over to Facebook. I know many of you may not be a fan of Facebook, but that's one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of get everybody over there, so that way we don't have these glitches, and I don't have to be having issues, because I promise you, I'll be saying some really good stuff. So I want to introduce myself again and let you know that my name is Almitra Tankersly. And of course, this gal talks credit. If you are not following me on Facebook, make sure you do so. It's at This Gal Talks Credit. That's this, G-A-L, Talks Credit. Now, you can hear my voice. That's what I've been doing all day. And that's because we have an awesome promo going on right now. I felt that it had to be done tonight. I had to get in here and just tell you guys, listen, okay, I'm excited. It's like 12 midnight here on the East Coast, and the reason why I'm on here is because the funding is real. I told you guys that Monday we got access to a new funding product, and it was more so we were looking for clients that we already have that have high balances, and a lot of times during underwriting, the banks just don't like high balances. So, of course, I'm sure I'm not the only one as a credit specialist did not say and make our stink to the underwriters and say, why is it that you guys won't come up with some kind of funding and figure out how we can get these balances paid down so that way they can go back and get the true business funding that they need. So, of course, I said yesterday, somebody came up with the idea and said, okay. We'll give them $10,000 to $40,000. That's it. Don't ask for more, I guess. But that's my take on it. And so the reason why I'm smiling from ear to ear, if you guys didn't see yesterday's commercial, thanks to my awesome team, let's be right on there. She was able to create me a little makeshift video showing you someone who actually drove up to, well, I keep saying drove up to because it's the concept of a drive-through, I promise you. But I had someone that drove past me. I saw them. I called their name. They parked across the street, came over, and was like, this is my shot. Let me talk to her right now. And so as I was there in my vehicle, we were actually able to get her approved with the card in the mail for $15,000 in less than an hour, standing outside of my vehicle yesterday. So if you guys didn't catch that, make sure you go to the Facebook at This Gal Talks Credit, or if you're on Instagram, go to TGTC, which is the acronym for This Gal Talks Credit _ Unplugged. And you'll be able to see that under the credit fitness effect. I love that. I so love that, babe. I just so love that. But anyway, today, people, we had, I'm going to say 20 people that had some really creative funding opportunities. I was going to say something about the report, but like I told you guys, this particular product has been amazing so far. And I say amazing because I typically do all the consults in regards to business funding. And when I do the consult, I'm looking for specific things on the report that I know just probably will not fly. And in regards to the instructions that were given to us by the underwriters, they're like, just send it. Send the report with whatever they got on there. We'll see if they can get approved. Guys, 20 reports today had the weirdest collection situations and other weird derogatory information on the report, and they got offers. They got offers, y'all. So I'm telling you now, if you do not, I left the door open. We had met our reserve already. I know Miss Ryan is not feeling me. She ain't feeling me because I left the door wide open. We were supposed to cut this thing off when we met our reserve. Of course, we met our reserve. You can hear it in my voice. I've been talking along with my staff. She's smiling Yes. But we left the door open because we said more people need to have this opportunity. Our normal procedure is to charge $300. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of talking. Like I said, you can hear it in my voice. But it was so worth all of the energy. The energy was amazing. But to be able to get people on the phone and do the consult, have the information submitted, and then have an offer, knowing that credit repair is definitely something they have to get done, to see that the cart was put before the horse and now they're able to get a funding offer is amazing. I am so amazed at this product. Thank you, administration at the DC area. I'm just saying, thank you. If y'all don't understand it, y'all better figure it out. So if you want to know, enforcedaccuracy.com is the way you can be screened. I am being very firm on that. There are no freebies on this. It's too much work involved. And I have a lot of people that are touching each account. So we're working together synergistically, and we're doing amazing time slots. Like, I don't know how we're doing it, but I will say this. If you definitely put yourself in, I'm leaving the door open I'm going to just try it for another 24 hours for those that need a break. That's why I'm doing it. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's $300. No, for right now, the promo offer is $50. That covers the registration and the processing fee. And it also allows you to go ahead and be reviewed by the underwriters with no hard inquiries. No hard inquiries, guys. You guys can't even walk in a car dealer and try to check out some kind of vehicle without getting hit up with your credit report. And that's if you're smart enough not to give them the social. But in this situation, you are be able to use a consumer's report of which we're going to give you the instructions on which one the underwriters are using. And that way is no hard inquiries against you. Also, checking your report for this particular project is not going to lower your credit scores. Because I know some of you are like, is this going to lower my score? I'm trying to do some things. Yes, I do understand that. And that is one of my major pet peeves of making sure that you protect yourself and, just really uphold the scores. Okay. So yeah, guys, this is your chance. If you're looking for a way to actually get an opportunity to get just a couple dollars, it's $10,000 to $40,000 is a couple dollars to me. So, please don't make it seem like I'm just being facetious. Like, I'm really being serious. $10,000 to $40,000 is baby change. And if you can understand or wrap your mind around what we're trying to do with the baby change to get you to the next level of business funding, then you will definitely appreciate this product. So with that being said, you have to get a screening done through us. Again, you can go to enforcedaccuracy.com. Again, I left the door open. We had already met our reserve. We met our reserve yesterday, okay? But based on all the feedback that we've gotten with the offers on credit reports, this is what I need you to understand. The credit report should not be approved based on my knowledge. And that's because there are things on the report that usually do not fly for business credit or any kind of establishment of new lines of credit, even for personal. This is a particular product that is allowing you to get access to personal loans, which comes as one chunk, whether it be 1 or 3 or 5 loans, whichever that, will amount to the total amount that they're willing to give you. And you can take that dollar amount and then apply it to more so what I say is an extra strategy of getting the high balances that you may have on your report down. If you don't have high balances, then you do whatever you need to do. I had someone yesterday told me they were starting their franchise. So I just need you to understand this is a different type of baking product. And it's amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm like yelling. It's after 12 midnight here. But it's amazing, guys. I'm so excited for all those who've already gone through. I'm very, very proud of you for making the actual initial start and to get over your fears. A lot of times the fear is just what's between these two ears of ours. And we're talking ourselves out of situations most of the time. And then, a year goes by and you're like, I should have did something. Okay. So I just want to make sure I encourage someone who is up late tonight, looking and listening to me right now. It's $50. If you cannot invest in yourself for $50, then you know what? I'll take that back. Because I know somebody probably used that line and said the very same thing, if not similar. You spent the $50 and you were like, I could have went to Popeyes, got me a whole bucket of chicken, said they want my bucket, ate my chicken, ate my problems away, right? But that's not it. That's not the case. We're actually losing on our end because of how much work is involved. There are hours of work that goes into this between us doing the consult, as well as creating the strategy and going back and forth with the underwriters who are putting your reports in review. So please, guys, please use this as an opportunity for your shot. Now, if you don't need a shot and you don't care, you'll pay the $300. Cool. It's always going to be there. And matter of fact, we're going to increase it because of the demand. Like, the money is there, and they are funding people with the most, what's the word I'm looking for these credit reports? Because I don't want to call your credit report a bad name, because it's a credit report that got issues. Okay, so that's what we do. But I'm trying to reach the person that says, nah, that ain't me. I probably won't make the cut. That's that person. That person right there that just said that. If you already know you have some issues, I get it. So what are the guidelines? The guidelines are, it's a stated income situation. What? Stated, y'all. What personal loan you know is stated. Oh, right. I'm just saying. And then, and I know some smart person that said, I know what. Okay, I'm so glad. Stated income. Your credit scores can be lower than a 640. That's what all of our clients had. And these are new clients. Let me rephrase that. A lot of new clients. Some of them are already, seasoned clients, and that's because they have credit lines that are maxed out. Henceforth, this product was definitely for them, okay? But in the sense of those that were watching me live, Facebook, so, Periscope, all these other things that I'm doing, they were like, yeah, let me see what you're going to tell me, Almitra. And it was amazing because some of them were spouses, and one spouse would come, they would hear their answer, and they bring this other spouse. And now they're both on the phone like, oh my God, I don't believe this. Are you serious? So I am an overzealous person at most times, and I think the overzealousness is reflecting in the price point. Okay, so you guys are working my team half to death because of so many people responding. And so this is your opportunity. It's $50 for the registration and screening process. So please honor that. And please also make sure you share this for those that probably would need the same break as you. You don't have to make it seem like you needed the break and you telling them, just let them know it's here, but it is for a limited time. I'm going to extend it for another 24 hours because we met our reserve yesterday. But I just want to make sure that if someone missed it, or they didn't see the commercial, or they didn't know, and all, this is your time, okay? This is your time. I say it all the time. It's your time. If you thought about starting a business, it's definitely for a great startup situation. If you have any weird, I keep saying weird, because that's the best way I can explain it. It's a situation, guys. Like, collections are on the client's reports that we've submitted throughout the day, and I said 20 of them had some really serious issues as far as we know, needing repair. Like, I prefaced the conversation like, okay, we're going to push it through anyway, but I'm telling you now, we need to do some repair on this report. And let me just say this, even though I say repair is needed, my team, and as far as underwriting, they know that we're going to push for repair because we want you to get the most funding. Of course, the less stuff you have on a report would not have to put you in a position to just work with 10,000 to 40,000. But once you get across that bridge of handling some stuff that will actually make the scores better and the profile stronger, I always enforce, it's not always about the scores. We do have 700, 800 credit scores that will get, decline, and that's because the files are weak, okay? So we want to make sure we can kind of bridge the gap between having really strong scores and having to match a really strong profile. So when you have collections, charge-offs, all those little, I call them weird things, on the report, it just makes you look a little janky, okay? It makes you look a little not so bankable. Because even though it might be a collection, like I've seen a lot of collections yesterday, today, on the report with zero balances from 2014, 2015. You guys pay off sometimes, but the stuff is still on the report. So imagine having a vehicle that's pretty black, shiny paint, freshly new, but you got some scuffs all near the door handles. Everybody uses the door handle, right? But even though if you try to wax it, you still see the scuffs. So those collections that are paid, it's like a scuff and it looks really bad. So it's better to just have it all the way buffed out if possible to make sure that, the bureaus are doing their job to make sure the reports are most accurate. So you don't have to go looking janky, okay? So with that being said, some of the reports look janky and they have offers, okay? So I'm not tooting my own horn, but I knew that product was going to be a good game changer for our clients. So I'm thanking the underwriters who decided to come up with this product because it is answering a lot of the prayers. Mostly, some businesses will be like, God, please, God, if I needed money, I don't need nobody to tell me to pay my balances down. Thank you very much, right? So that was my attitude too. I mean, we know that there's funding available. We want to make sure you can get it, but normally high balances will stop the whole party. So now the party doors are open for those that want to help themselves again and you are looking for a break, because some of you really are dry. I get that. That's what happens to business owners, especially if you're like, a revenue earner and you're either getting contracts from the government, whether it's child care, Medicare, health care, whatever you're doing with the government. Sometimes those waiting periods are anywhere from 60 to 90 days. Some I've seen as far as 6 months or 120 days. So you have to carry the business. You have to carry the business. So that could be an issue. And then that's when it bleeds over into your own personal stuff, whether it be savings, whether it be credit lines, whatever you guys are doing. Even if you're, swiping, or I should say receiving cards through swiping, merchant cash advances might be your only option, okay? And of course, those are the products that are most expensive, and that's how you usually find yourself in this rabbit hole of more debt that's unnecessary, and because your scores on the personal side is what's hindering your growth, okay? So, I mean, not to say that the banks are not your friends, but let's just say that the systems that are in place are not your friends, because the system is designed to take Kodak shots of the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Not knowing when your bank is going to do that and when the credit reports are going to be actually receiving the information from your creditors, it kind of makes it a little challenging, because unless you have like a printed out schedule as to when bank number one is going to say something to TransUnion and when they're going to say it to Equifax, and when they're going, they don't all have to send their information across the board to all three bureaus at the same time. That's the game. So you really don't have the one up. They have the one up on you. But instead of getting angry and being frustrated day in, day out, moment to moment, understand that you can take the same strategy and play it against the bank system. Not the bank so much, but the bank system, the algorithms that are created to generate a quick answer, whether it's approval or denials, and make it work for your benefit. So with this situation, we are helping you to get the balances down to at least, I say 40% in most cases, because that's what the underwriters will accept. But keep in mind that when you get it to just 40% of the total amount that's, given to you, your scores are not going to be like popping. And popping, that's a bad slang. My daughter uses it. But the point is, it's not going to be a lavish score. Okay? 40% of the total amount that's given to you as a limit is still going to reflect lesser points than you should have. Unless you pay that balance closer to zero, go past the 30% threshold, go lower to zero. That's when you can see your points really pop back up. And then you can see okay, now I'm good. I could probably find myself in the low 7 to mid 700 credit scores, because usually when you go over the 40% threshold, that's when they start taking, when I say they, speaking of the system, the algorithm, that's when they start taking 100 points away. So yes, I have seen people who started out with 800 credit scores, they land these large credit lines, something happened with business, right? They allow their personal credit lines to bail them out, which rightfully so, is your money, you do what you do. But having that high balance carry, that snapshot can be taken by your creditor. They send it off to the bureaus. Now it drops your score from that 800 down to a 620, and the domino effect occurs. So that's how most of my clients found themselves getting into trouble, and then they're like scrambling they're just drowning, because once that score drops to a 620, sometimes it'll even go down to a 612, and oops, a late payment shows up from somewhere, and they can drop some more. Now, when those points drop like that, it sends off like a signal, like a horn. This client just paid late, and the scores look sucky. So they're high risk. Shut everything down, guys. All of their lines of credit that they have, take them right to where they either spent it or just shut the whole line off. That ain't fun either, because then the points drop again. So it's like a continuous cycle. But just imagine being on a hamster wheel with a raging, roaring line behind you. Okay, so that's why so many of business owners like myself, we're scared out of our minds when we're like, so what do we do now? Like, I had a $20,000 credit limit. I only spent 10, but because my credit score dropped from this other account, they shut my account off from 20,000 all the way down to 10, right where my current balances are. So you can imagine how that could feel. Now, if you are brand new to the situation of credit in general, then you gotta put a little wind in your wings, and you'll understand that may happen to you too. Okay, so even if you perfectly plan everything, some can always go wrong. There can always be an error in the reporting of a payment, and it's late. Okay, so this is something that has occurred and will occur in the future, and that's why you have to be diligent and looking at your credit reports, making sure everything is good to go on a day-to-day basis. I am not an advocate for people checking their report every 30 days, every 6 months, every year. Although the free credit reporting agencies, annual files allow you to get one annually, that's hogwash. If you don't brush your teeth once a year, you sure enough shouldn't be checking your credit once a year. You need to check your reports by way of having an alert. I'm not saying you need to be anal like, I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at my phone. No, that's not what I mean. I mean having something attached to your phone, your email, that can send you an alert to say, hey, something's happened. Go check it out. Okay, so that's what I mean, checking out your report. Okay, it's like your little virtual man somewhere or woman checking out things and then alerting you. Okay, So in regards to the process of building business credit and doing it in the shortest amount of time, which is 90 days or less, and doing it wisely. Wisely is the key. And I say wisely because our industry in the financial the financial institutions period, we are a very high risk industry. My own industry, plus banking, plus mortgaging, plus anything related to money. Okay, accounting, taxes, all that stuff is in the financial industry. We are third in rank for either a restricted or high risk industry, but more so restricted, meaning restricted for getting lines of credit, banking, all that stuff. And I know you're probably figuring, well, how y'all get business credit? Your industry is high risk or restricted. How y'all doing that? The game is to be sold and not sold. So I'm just saying. But those that are my clients, y'all find out, y'all find out, y'all already know, okay? And the reason why we keep it behind the curtains is because we want to make sure that we get to keep our rights as restricted companies so we can continue to do more. And those that actually get the right information, they keep the information to help remain ethical as well as legal, so we can kind of keep a watchdog on our own stuff and not allow someone that can get into the industry without being certified and take it, molest it, and do all kinds of versions of doing what they do. Okay, that's all. So if you want to get more information, if you're not sure as to if your industry is restricted, I'll just throw a couple of them out there. If you're into guns, you're selling ammunition, that's a restricted industry. If you're selling pornography, drugs like marijuana, for the purposes of this whole marijuana business, that's a restricted industry. What's another one? I already said my industry is restricted. There's a couple other ones that I can't think of at the top of my head due to my brain just being kind of like for the rest of the day. But for the most part, it's important to understand what those industries are, because if you have that in your business name, whatever the industry is, whether it's, Johnson & Johnson's tax office, or not tax office, but tax incorporated. That tax incorporated sets off a red flag, and that will get you instantly declined for all banking just because you had tax incorporated or tax LLC or what's the other one you guys like to use? Acquisitions, construction. That's the one I wanted to say. Construction, no. Real estate. You got real estate acquisitions. You got, anything related to that kind of industry, instant decline in most cases. Banks don't like it. They don't like it. Okay. You can't make them change their mind. That's what they don't like. So you got to understand, what do you do to get to circumvent that? Okay. That's what we coach you on. That's what we consult you on, and then help you build. So in regards to how we do that, it is an actual strategy, and it is a process that can be completed in 90 days or less. A lot of our clients are able to do it in less. All right. So I'm just, because I know someone's going to say, well, you said 2 weeks and mine took 4 months. Oh, God, I can't. I can't. So 90 days or less. All right. Depending on what you do. If you're a slow boat or you just dragging out the process, you can say 90 days. Okay. So in regards to what we're doing right now, this is an opportunity for a lot of people who are like, I just need a break. I don't have $300. If I had $300 right now, I probably would just get me a bottle of wine or whatever favorite drink. I'll just drink it away. Let me come back Monday. Because some of y'all have this whole concept. I live paycheck to paycheck. Knowing you don't live no paycheck to paycheck. Some of y'all are bi-weekly paycheckers. And y'all don't even do that. It's paycheck to Monday. Some of y'all not even on Monday. Y'all already got that thing spent because y'all got direct deposit. Somebody even snatched out everything. Okay? So I'm just letting you know that it's $300 as normally expected. But because I have that heart and y'all know I'm passionate, if I'm on here at 12:30 midnight on the East Coast, I'm just letting you know this is your chance. $50 is going to cover the processing as well as the handling and everything else that we're doing. We're putting hours. We're losing on this side because you guys can actually say, I just love this offer, but I'm scared. I'm going to just pass. So I'm just letting you know, we're working as hard as we can. We've already had 20 people go through today with the jankiest credit report. I say janky because I know some people that are in the White House administration trying to figure out how they get through. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because somebody's changing their life. And if y'all didn't see that commercial yesterday, it was the door that was wide. I mean, that thing got slammed wide open. She was so happy she landed $15,000. She said, I was speechless because she knew she needed a certain dollar amount to start her actual business. And so that happened 10, 20 more times a day. So that's why we left the door open. Like I said, we met our reserve yesterday. I'm sorry. It's funny to me because I know this isn't normal and it's legal. I'm just so happy for y'all. That's all. It's Christmas in July. Where's my commercial? It's Christmas in July. For all those that are saying, I just need a break. Well, here it is. Here's your break. So I'm going to go over the requirements again. You need an income. My thing is, I want to make sure that you don't go walking up in the bank situation and you have no way to pay it back. I don't want you going talking about, can I go borrow from mom and them? Even though there's always going to be that 0.5% of a person that will go and do that. That's not what I teach. I want you to have an income. So even if you got, we have people that were like $35,000 annual income. That's who's getting this money. Okay. And imagine those who make more than that. So I'm just giving you the lowest incomes that I've seen, 35,000 annually. And that's gross. That's not even take home. Okay. So with that being said, you have the opportunity to still go forward and see if you actually have an opportunity to get that money. So have an income so you can pay it back. Like you're getting into a loaning situation, you got to pay it back. It's not a grant, okay? I know it's like almost feel like you hit the lottery, and yeah, we're going to rah-rah and celebrate with you and say, okay, now what's your exit strategy? Before you get this money, what's your exit strategy? If you come in and say, I have no job, I want you to be fiscally responsible, not irresponsible, okay? I am not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm not a financial consultant. I'm not a, what's the other one? Financial planner. That's the type of people you want to hire once you get the money, so you can say, all right, I got this amount. This is my plan. Am I on the mark? My credit specialist said if I do this right, I can come back in 6 to 12 months and do it again. So those are the people you have to understand you got to put on a team. Do not pretend like you can do everything, because you're not supposed to be doing everything, especially if you want to grow. The biggest corporations out here, or I should say the biggest revenue earning companies out here, have tons of people working for them. Okay? So I just want you to keep that in mind. In order to like make yourself duplicate and replicate itself over and over again, you got to have people on your team, people that can keep you out of trouble, people that can help you manage your monies and your time and your schedules. And those are the people that help you keep you sane. It takes money to do that. So if that means you have to like figure out how to put all these things together on a shoestring budget with the little bit that was given to you, rather than saying, I just hit the lottery, and you go out and you just start doing all these things, that's when you probably will run out of money on the first day. And I'm not being funny, but I want to make sure you know that's how it goes down in the DM. So again, get back to what I was saying. It is relative to have income so you can pay it back. Now, the reason why I say that, because it's stated income. Y'all can take however you want to take with the stated income. No, I'm not going to tell you if you making $35,000, you should say you make $85,000. That's not ethical, and that's not what I'm going to teach. But I can't tell you what to do. But I'm going to see your application when you write it down, so you know I might check you on it. But I'm just saying, this is about being ethical. You don't always have to do things getting over or trying to squeeze the juice out of the lemon rind. You don't have to do that. You will get to where you need to be. Business credit building is nothing like personal credit. Personal credit, they cap you. They cap you. It's a glass ceiling. They'll say, what's your income? Based on your income and debt to ratio, nah, we're not going to let you get that. Business, nah. They'll just keep stacking that and stacking and stacking. You'll be like some of my clients who built with us for 18 months and they're sitting on $1.7 million in available credit with stacks of cards. Did y'all hear that? I don't know. I can't see no hearts and nothing, so I'm talking to a zero. I don't know. I just see a zero. But I'm in the room by myself having all kinds of fun. But I don't think I'm in here by myself. I don't think so. But just to let you guys know, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. No, I do not know how long this is going to last. Like I said, we had a reserve that was met yesterday. But based on what just happened today, with the 20 applicants that came in, responded to the actual consult, had the reports on deck, we took it to underwriting, even though we saw more than 5-10 collections on the report. And I'm like, nah, this ain't, you know what, go ahead, push it through. Because they said that we told them what's on there. They said send it over. And they done sent all these people back up. I'm laughing, y'all, because this is funny to me. I mean, why not? Why not? What the heck? Why not? Why not find out? I mean, some of y'all spend more than that on a movie at Netflix. No. Some of y'all going to the doggone casinos tonight. Talking about, I think I might hit it big. It's a big storm in the big parts in the country. I think this is it. I'm not making no jokes to anybody. You play the lottery. You play what you do. Look, do you. But I'm just saying, $50 is the reason why I'm laughing. Because some of you might not even respond today talking about something. I don't know if this is a scam. Okay, well, listen. Catch us when we $300 and I'll be more than happy to carry you through for you. Because we're going to get it. I just left the door open because I want that person that's watching right now to say, oh my gosh, she still got that promo. Let me do that right now. Because we have people that say, I just jumped on it because you never do stuff like that. And I said, you're right. Because this is the last 6 months of this decade. And if you don't do anything else for yourself before 2020 rolls up in here with a brand new decade, what are we having this conversation for, guys? Okay, so if you say you want it, here's your shot. Go to enforceaccuracy.com, register, let's figure it out, okay? So anyway, as stated income, your credit scores can't be lower than 640. Please don't DM me and ask, what can you go at 612? Don't do that. Please respect the actual process of what we're doing because we are actually reserved for somebody's time, like they reserved our time. So having those questions can be answered during the consult. We can look at your report because every report is manually looked at, even though it goes through a regular system of algorithms and all that stuff and it generates whatever it generates. There's a manual review that is done after. And if you understand underwriting, usually underwriting is done in 2 and 3 levels. Okay. In this case, it's like 4. We're the first level. And then it goes to number 2, 3, and then it goes to 4 and 5 even. Okay, but I need you guys to understand it's time involved. So make sure if you have questions, it's $50 and you're getting the whole consult plus the review and the underwriter. I mean, listen, it is what it is. Okay, so make sure you do that. The other thing I will say, you have to have. I'm sorry, I was just thinking about a couple of people that I knew shouldn't have gotten no money. I just think it's really funny because we're 50 years behind as Black people, and I have white clients, I have Asian clients, I have a lot of different clients, but I have a problem with those that are in my demographic, and I know we're 50 years behind, and then we do things like this, and then they say, I don't know, but let me go get these shoes real quick, they was on sale. That's why I'm laughing, because I know somebody's going to miss this. But anyway, for those that don't miss it, congratulations. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because we did a lot of work today, and I'm still up, and it's 1 a.m. And my family members are trying to figure out what in the world is going on. But we're gonna do what we got to do. According to the Federal Reserve, and this is from NAV's reading, according to the Federal Reserve, business owners spend about 30 plus hours searching for financing. 30 plus hours. That's what business owners do. There's work involved, guys. Okay? So I just want to make sure you guys know that. What I would like to also say is once you get the funding and you start understanding, what your exit strategy is before you get the money, most of the time our consults will really kind of include, hey, well, who are you going to put on your team? Like, we need to know that because, again, I want you to be fiscally responsible so you can go back and get more funding in the next couple of months because this is a piece of change. This is not like a grip. This is a piece of change. Now, maybe some of you're like, well, I've never had $40,000. I never had. Okay. But as a business owner, that's what you're supposed to be expecting to make at a month. Most revenue, as far as revenue lending is concerned, they want to see $10,000 deposits monthly, consecutively, month after month after month. That's what they want to see. So if you're making less than 10 grand, what are we talking about? Why are we having this conversation? Okay, so I'm just breaking you clear of what the etiquette is so you can go into this thing headstrong and you'll be getting banked from here on out after talking with us. Okay, so one of the things that I will say, because some of you I think you probably are very familiar with NAV, N-A-V, N as in Nancy, A as in Alpha, V as in Victor. NAV is a company that has a building program along with Dun & Bradstreet. They have that's not really a building program. But I'm saying it because I know some of you have looked around and tried to figure out, well, who's doing what. And so NAV was one of the companies, I'm going to say about maybe 2 years ago. I'm going to say it might have been 2 years ago because that was probably right around the time that I went through a family issue. And I was really annoyed because I did all this work for this one particular client who was doing business funding, underwriting for some business funding. And this company came back, and I don't know, they did some weird stuff. Now, when I say weird, it's not the normal etiquette of doing banking. But NAV had put this thing together where they did some things, and this person actually got funding with less requirements. So, of course, I was irked because I put 15 hours into this particular person's account. So I went to my team and said, hey. Now, listen, 15 hours is a lot. I ain't get paid, okay? So what do we do? Who's this NAV thing? Who is that? Of course, I was naive. I said, who's NAV? What is this? Who is NAV? Y'all need to tell me. I need to figure it out. After shortly, maybe a week or two, maybe even a month, my team got them on board. Oh my gosh. So I'm letting you know now. If you guys haven't seen me post it up with Ty Crandall, go check it out. It's the real deal. I actually was a beta tester for Ty's product back in 2010. I've seen the whole system in its baby stages. So anybody that has a business building program out there outside of Ty's, it's our old software. We sold it to them. But I'm just letting you know, you guys now have that opportunity to get access to that. But everyone that goes through the screening process will be able to get access at a lower cost than what Ty has on his site. I cannot tell you what the price is out of respect to his company, as well as other colleagues that are actually able to do the same thing for clients. But they are not, I know they're not giving it to anybody for what they're, trust me, you're gonna thank us later. I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? Because I want you guys to have a shot. This is the last 6 months of the decade. We're going out with a bang, y'all. And everybody that wants to get access, y'all can get access. So what I'm saying in a nutshell, everything that NAV offers on their site, they've actually joined forces with us. And they have the opportunity to now filter all the stuff that you probably could get with NAV, but we have extra bells and whistles because of the volume of people that we give them access to. So if you guys are familiar with like Blue Vine, Smart Biz, Funding Circle, On Deck, what's another one? Cabbage. Like, yeah, we beat all the prices at Cabbage rates. Y'all gonna figure it out later. Listen, it's just the way business is done. So when you bring volume in, you get perks and you get cheaper rates and stuff like that. So even if you go directly to Cabbage has their retail price because you came in through their site. But coming through a different avenue, you go into the same store, it's just that it's like the outlet door. No, it's not outlet price. Yeah, you can say outlet prices. Outlet prices, I don't know. Purple labels at outlet prices, I don't know. But anyway, all I'm saying is that you will be able to have access to all the ones that I mentioned. NAV on its site offers 100 lenders that you can get access to. Y'all ready? 2,500 is what we're able to give you because we have a combination of people and companies that have basically filtered into the system. This is the system I'm talking about that Ty allowed me to be a beta tester for since 2010. Well, we were testing in 2010. But what it is today, nothing compared to 2010. I'm actually jealous that I was like, dang, y'all. But it really had a lot to do with our feedback because we were the frustrated business owners that were like tired of the people like, you can get business credit with your EIN. You only need $5,000. And you would pay the $5,000 and you're like, what am I doing with a black and white printout and a binder? What is this? And then you have all the links. And the links are outdated, and you don't know what is reporting or what it was a mess. $5,000, real quick, and got nowhere. So that was our input. So the system that has evolved and morphed into something that is so amazing, and rightfully so, it should be high as crack because it gets people hundreds, if not thousands of dollars within days of them getting involved. So we're giving you access. Like I said, if you want access, you have to be a part of our either Credit Fitness club by going to creditfitness.co, sign up on the club, and you'll have the information. Or go to Enforced Accuracy, register for a consult so we can at least see what's on your report and see if you can get an offer. And you also will be a part of our crew where you'll be able to get access to this information as well. Because it is an outlet price, so to speak, I can't say it I just can't, out of respect, okay? So you'll have access to that as well. what else did I want to say? So building credit for your business wisely is not just getting stuck in one way of trying to take care of some things. I want to make sure you guys understand that, because some of you are like, oh, I gotta like do this thing first, then I come over here and do this thing. And in between doing those things, you have 3 and 6 and 12-month gaps. Timing is everything. The wisest way to build business credit is to use your time accordingly. You need 6 months to be considered seasoned on business credit, meaning building credit under the EIN number. I know you're probably saying, well, how do I do that outside of Quill, outside of Reliable, Granger? What's the other ones you guys like? Staples, Office Depot. Sorry about my mic. There's a few other ones that you guys have heard, I'm sure. But how do you do that outside of that? Well, in regards to what I was saying with, dealing with Ty, I love Ty. Ty is that's my book. Okay. So I'm just saying that looking at the way the system has morphed, you'll be able to build your business credit under the EIN number. You need about 15 accounts. 15 accounts can be established within a 90-day time frame. And I'll just run it down real quick to you so you can understand this concept of what the system is and how to manage you. It's an actual virtual artificial intelligence software, something very similar to what NAV does. And because NAV has been integrated into the software, man, I'm telling y'all, this thing has morphed. That's why I'm so hyped, because it's like you get cash $10,000 to $40,000 to do some things. Actually, kind of start building business credit with the bank's money, okay? And in 6 months, you got a seasoned profile for your business. I don't know however else this could be like they just threw it on the table for you. Well, we kind of threw it on the table for you, okay? Because I think everyone should get a shot. Everyone should get a shot. So, NAV has a certain system that is like, it's artificial intelligence sort of. You can go in, plug in your information, and with their 100 lenders, they match you to the best person or the best creditor. With our system, it's 10.0. We have 2,500 lenders and vendors that you actually have access to, along with the way NAV is built into the system. NAV also has other little bells and whistles in there that they've given our clients. Plus, you're able to see certain credit scores for free. And then you have other things in there that will benefit you. Now, these are the steps. It's 7 steps, guys. The first step is plug and play. You put all your information in. There's a 21 checkpoint to make sure everything is actually ready to rock and roll, to make sure your business is actually legitimately registered with the state. And everything connects, because you're creating a brand new profile. Some of you may have been in business for more than 5, 10, 20 years, but you still don't have a profile. So this is where you plug and play. It should take you no more than a day, really, especially if you say you have the EIN, you have your, all your registries, articles, and all that stuff, banking information, like all that stuff should be in your possession. If you don't, though, our system still allows you to be able to plug and play. You don't have to even come out of our system. You click on the link, it takes you right to the page you're supposed to go to register, let's say, for your business, whether it be for LLCs, S Corps, or C Corps, and for your EIN. So there's nothing that you have to do to leave the system. So that's the first step. The second step is pulling your credit reports. All the credit reports that are related to business are in the system, including NAV's platform, okay? And like I said, you're going to actually get access to outlet prices even with their products. So if you go directly to NAV or go directly to Creditera or you go directly to Dun & Brad's and all Business Equifax, Experience, they have their prices. But coming through our avenue, our lane, you're getting an outlet price, okay? After that part is done, you order the reports, you see what's on there or not on there. Now you have a profile before you begin the third step, which is apply for your first 5 trade lines. Once you apply for your first trade lines, that's where that artificial intelligence software comes in at. It matches you to the very things that you placed in the first step that says, this is my business and this is what I do. So it will match you best to the creditors and lenders that are willing to give you an approval so you can actually move forward, okay? After that step takes you to the fourth step. The fourth step is to order another report after waiting 30 days for the information that you just applied for to show up. Once it shows up after that 30 days, the fifth step is to go for 5 more. And then the sixth step is to get another credit report, wait another 30 days, or I should say wait another 30 days, then get the credit report. And the seventh step is to start playing with all kinds of stuff, right? Meaning 5 more additional cards, and then those cards are now getting seasoned. By the sixth month, guess who's applying for Visa and MasterCards under their EIN number with no personal guarantee? You are the business owner. So that's why I'm smiling, because you guys now have an option to go forward and start with $10,000 to $40,000 with a credit score that's less than 640, with stated income, with, what else I say? Now y'all understand why I'm smiling. I'm smiling harder than some of y'all. That's all. But it's just the opportunity to figure out, hey, can I do some things? Can I wiggle a little bit? Can I get some wiggle room? Can I get some breathing room? Whatever y'all want to call it. Yes, this is an opportunity for you to get the wiggle room so you can get access to the very system that I said that, I have been a mentor. Or I should say, Ty has been my mentor since 2010. And I've just learned a lot of stuff in my first 5 years of dealing with this particular software. And now here we are getting ready to hit 2020, and it's a monster now. So I love the system. Everybody that has the system has just called the office like, your team is awesome. I'm like, yes, I know. It's why it costs so much. But here you guys are actually able to get in at a lower entry point and build your credit regardless of the 400 and 500 credit scores that you might have. So it's a shot. It's a shot. So go to Enforced Accuracy, get your consult, so at least you can find out, can I get some funding? Can I get 10,000 or 40,000? You think Almitra? I think I might be a little less than 640. I could be way lower. I don't know. But you just said it's stated income. You just said they'll take us if it's lower than a 640. Oh, the other thing was you can have some collection issues or some other derogatories on the report. I've seen it. We had 20 accounts that went through today that I know is not rare for a person to go through with not even 2 collections, guys. And these reports had more than 5 and 10. Okay, I ain't even going to go there because I know somebody going to say, well, I only got 11. I need you to just understand it's a process, okay? If you can't hear it in my voice that I've been talking since yesterday, my voice said, keep talking now, Mitra. I'm going to shut your box off because it's almost there. I promise you, but I'm going to take care of my voice because I need it. I have a ton of more people to talk to over this weekend. Not working Sunday, but a little teeny tiny bit on Saturday, because we did have an influx of people responding to this offer. And because of how many people actually got offers today, someone's asking me a question. I saw it for the first time. How can I reach you? EnforcedAccuracy.com. EnforcedAccuracy.com. That's enforced with a D at the end. Accuracy.com. Set up your time with us to come and talk to us. And that way you'll be able to find out if you can actually get funding between 10,000 to 40. Now, please keep in mind, once you get everything set up with us to, be scheduled with us, there will be a few things that you'll need to go ahead and, follow the instructions that we give you, so that way it'll be a smooth consult. We're not waiting for you to get more information and all. Like, I really want y'all to have everything set up, move quickly, because the moment you miss your slot, someone is right behind you, okay? That's how I lost my voice. We were back to back to back. I felt like we were at the amusement park today. I was like, man, this is a fun ride right here. But it was amazing. It was exciting because some of you guys really thought nothing was going to happen, okay? And a lot of people were very excited. It's a shame I can't see on Periscope, but yeah, it's jacked up tonight. It's always jacked up. But if you guys can please do me a favor, start following me on Facebook, because I really want to use that platform so we don't have these glitchy issues on Periscope. I started out with Periscope before Facebook was doing live and Instagram was doing live and all that stuff. But if you can go to Facebook under This Gal Talks Credit, This Gal Talks Credit will give you an opportunity to at least see me ongoing, because I want to transition from Periscope. It's too glitchy. Okay, it's glitchy. But it is what it is. But I know that this is where I started, and I wanted to make sure that I can at least get you guys over to that other platform. If you're on Instagram, I would say go to TGTC, which is an acronym for This Gal Talks Credit _unplugged. Again, this is a limited offer because the reserve was met yesterday. It was met yesterday. But I've been called certain names. Like a toaster strudel. I'm soft at the heart because I want to make sure that somebody actually has the opportunity to get access to this funding at a $50 registration and say, this is my chance, this is my shot, I got 50, I can do this. And then once that 50 comes along, you can fund it, pay it forward. It's time to unite together. If you got family members that have been talking about doing business with you and all that stuff, pull your family together and say, listen, you got to get your report looked at too, because maybe instead of me just getting 40, we can get 80. And if it's 3 of us, we can do, and y'all do the math. And then those that are actually above the 640s, I had to mention that you can be below a 640 because most people tune it out after knowing, well, my credit score is this, and y'all go ahead and self-diagnose. But I don't want you to self-diagnose. I want you to get a consult and make sure that you are really fitting in where you need to be fitted in, okay? So don't write yourself off. Don't self-diagnose. Get yourself looked at so that way you can at least know where you stand. And then if you have family members that might make the cut too, do what a lot of our clients are doing. They're bringing the wife, the husband, and the sisters, and they're all uniting together. And instead of one person walking away with $50,000, they're walking away with maybe up to $150,000 a piece, which then allows them to be closer to almost $500,000 on the first run. What does 6 to 12 months look like? They can look like the same as that, if not more. So I'm just saying, you guys have that opportunity. If you're watching this, I saw somebody say it's glitchy. Watch the replay. I think it might work for you. I don't know. I hope so. But this is your opportunity. Again, like I said, we met our reserve yesterday. We met the reserve yesterday, but this is an opportunity. Now the door is just open because I want to see who else is willing to help themselves. We don't need it. We're busy, okay? But I know there's someone that's like, I need a shot. Almitra, please, God, don't. I get paid tomorrow. Please don't shut the door. Okay, the door is open. Make sure you do your registration, because after I feel we can shut the door, it goes back up to $300 for the actual consult along with the underwriting process. Oh, one of the important things is you don't get any hard increase. I did say that in the beginning. There are no hard increase for this review and underwriting process, as well as not lowering your credit scores. So you can actually kick the tire and see what's going on without getting hit for it, okay? So that's all I got for tonight, guys. I said it. I'm happy. I'm so glad you guys got the chance to watch me live or this replay. And I hope that you will share this on wherever platform you're at. And again, go to enforceaccuracy.com to get registered to talk with myself or my staff. And make sure you go to Facebook so we can get off this glitchy platform that Periscope got going on. And you'll find me at This Gal Talks Credit. That's This Gal Talks Credit on Facebook. And TGTC, which is short for This Gal Talks Credit _unplugged at Instagram. So yeah, whoo. I'm tired, but we're about to get up again at 6 a.m. Do it all over again. Listen here, guys. Y'all need to figure it out. Last 6 months of this decade should be your best, because 2020 is soon to come. And just imagine, if it takes 6 months, just imagine that. If it takes 6 months to build credit for your business under the EIN without using personal guarantees, you'll have a strong profile to start applying for Visa and MasterCards at least by January, February of 2020. So if you don't have the clear vision now, I don't know what to say. That's all I got for you guys. I love you. Thank you so much for coming out tonight and watching. Share this, pay it forward, and I hope that you'll click like a share and clap it up because I love that response. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good one.